woman was flaunting her relationship with Willie Brown, former mayor of San Francisco. You know, old Sweet Willie. Sweet Willie Brown. Sweet Willie. Sweet Willie Brown. And they were hanging out in the restaurants and out there on the wharf, you know, and Willie Brown is married. They were in public while she was a district attorney. Here she was, an adulterer, going with this man, you know, and all over you pick up the daily, the British newspapers. They covered it. Many of the people in the Frisco area didn't cover it. In America, they didn't bring it up against her either. But no, this woman was flaunting her relationship with Sweet Willie Brown, and they were getting it on. So she did date a black man, because Willie's about as black as you can get. That guy's black as about 2 months cold, an anthrax. But here, what is it with she marrying this Jewish guy, right? And I'm not against Jews. I don't hate Jews. I'm a Zionist, right? I'm not against Jews. I believe in Abraham, Jesus too. But now, what is it with her marrying this Jewish guy? Something's up. So I can't believe that's love at first sight or any other sight. Something's up.
Okay, so in this video, I won't have too much to say, and y'all know I can go on and on about things, but we got Joe Brown, we got Charleston White. These guys are going to go nuclear on Kamala Harris. Now, Joe Brown, he's been talking about this topic for a couple of years now. He's been warning people about what he saw over the decades with Kamala Harris selling her box. And we all know Charleston White, he's extremely controversial. He's always saying something to get people riled up. But let's go ahead and listen in as to what these guys have to say about Kamala Harris. Let's start first with Joe Brown. And Joe Brown, remember, he warned us about Biden too. A lot of people thought Biden was the best thing since sliced bread, or at least they pretended, but he warned us about Joe Biden being a full-blown racist too a couple years ago, even though 90% of black people still voted for him. But let's go ahead.
Ask you about Kamala Harris. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit. I was in California. She lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than researching. She's always tried to do the casting couch to get where she wants. Now, the problem is that'll get somebody to a certain level quickly, but you can't get past that level if you don't have competence and talent. So my thing about it is if I'm crude about it, in this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one. And I say this, I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else for professional purposes to get paid or advance, you a hoe. And she's old hoe. And the problem is what is she supposed to do? Somebody, one of her sycophant slaves, comes up and unwraps her in a carpet naked at Putin's feet, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm Julius Caesar." He said, "No, ho, I got better stuff here already. Plus, I don't want you anyway, you old woman. Get on up." You know, or Xi Jinping, is he supposed to be impressed? She's doing word salad. Well, we're here today because China and the U.S. are here today, and that's why we have to agree on what we're doing.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this interview. But yeah, if she tried to talk to Xi Jinping, the translator is not going to be able to accurately translate Kamala Harris, because what the hell is going on with all that word salad and all that? So she climbed the ladder using her vagina, climbed the ladder selling her box because she has no talent. As he says, she had a reputation of being incompetent, being bad at her job, being bad in the courtroom. But hey, she was young and had that box to sell. We know Willie Brown is 30 years older than her. He had a lot of political weight, a lot of political power. So she slithered her way into his bedroom and threw the thing on him. He said Putin ain't gonna want it now. You can't sell Putin that box. He said you too old. You old. You know? But let's take a listen to Charleston White. So, like I said, this guy is very controversial. He says a lot of extremely off-color things to get people riled up, and because it's funny, he likes to be sarcastic as hell. And some people get offended. Oh, he hates black people. Oh, this is so mean. You can't say that. And because of people like that, I have to have this disclaimer. If Charleston White says anything about DV, domestic violence, anything, I don't endorse it. Even if I think it's funny because I understand the sarcasm, I'm not endorsing that. So get off your high horses. But let's take a listen.
Shit. They black women think they got a hero. Boy, they just don't know that bitch don't like them. You ready to make history with this one? Listen, I'm changing my vote. I'm going with Kamala. I done had a long talk with God in the shower, butt naked. And we had a walk in the Garden of Eden. And yeah, he showed me where Kamala followed a little bit more instruction than the average black woman. She got a white man. Well, I wouldn't dare vote for a black woman, but she ain't a black woman. So I ain't doing nothing wrong voting for her. Black women don't know how to mind. And they don't know how to follow instructions. And they don't know how to sit down and be corrected. As a president, you got to be corrected. Black women can't be corrected. The preacher can't even correct them. God can't even correct them. You really got to beat black women. You got this on camera? Ben, please, because you really got to beat black women. Every nigga I know got to damn near whoop his hoe for a black woman to listen. You can't say, shut up. God damn. She come out the room, won't know who you calling her. Man, the mother girl, shut up.
So wait, how do you change that 24 hours later? Because it's like...
Because I prayed and meditated. Don't you pray and meditate and ask for God to give you an answer?
Yeah.
Man, I just come out the shower. I was praying and meditating with the Lord. And God showed me, because I was basing my decisions off black women with no man. I ain't never seen them. You see what I'm saying? I've been looking at all these black women who can't keep a man, don't have a man, and they have a hard time listening to a man. Well, here's Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris ain't no black woman. Her daddy is Indian and her mama Asian. She ain't got a in her. You see what I'm saying? So she got a white man. Now, one thing I know about any colored woman, whether she's Mexican, black, yellow, light brown, dark brown, pitch black, or Kodak black. One thing I know about the colored woman is one man she listen to, and that's a white boss. Can't nobody tell a black woman nothing but a white boss, homie. So this woman here that's colored, she got a white husband that seemed to be doing a good job as a husband, and she seemed like she followed instructions and can be corrected. You can't correct black women in America. You got to beat them.
I mean, since yesterday, over $75 million has been raised.
Oh, that's from the gay community. Don't even worry about it. Gay community got unlimited money. Just know, out of that 75 million, black people didn't give $1 million. I think 12 black women tried to do something and raise like $1 million, but that ain't shit.
Yeah, they did like it was like a Zoom call she did with a few black women. I don't know the number. It was a great amount of black women, and they raised $1.1 million.
Out of that 1.1 million, 900,000 was somebody's child support money. Them hoes went and tapped into the child support fund to donate to her, man. Yeah, that ain't their own money. That's child support money. Black women ain't got no money to get away like that.
Exactly.
Cause if they did, why everybody on food stamps? If they is, why all black women struggling and their credit doing bad? If black women got money to give like this, why they bothering their baby daddy and them about behind child support and they just got $1 million to give away like that? That don't make no sense. So I swear up and down that's child support money.
Yeah, especially people from California, they not really smelling her. She put a lot of people in jail. She has
for marijuana. She would go down in history for locking up more black people for non-violent crime, for things such as small amounts of marijuana than any attorney general in the state of any state.
So why you voting for her?
Because she not black. I said I wouldn't vote for a black woman. Now I voted for Hillary. I voted for Hillary Clinton over Barack Obama. Man, she a light-skinned, pretty yellow woman
I don't
with
know
a
about
white
pretty.
husband. How bad can she be? She ain't got a black mama who resent her black daddy. She ain't got no black brothers who probably done molested her or slept with some of her friends and done them wrong. She ain't got no black cousin who probably was on her when they were playing house, mama and daddy. You know how we used to do. When mama and them leave, we play mama and daddy as cousin them and be sneaking and hunching and things. So she probably ain't had none of that.
Wow.
So she probably ain't tainted with niggism. You see what I'm saying? So she got a white husband. I think she'll listen more as a mixed breed woman that's high yellow compared to a dark skinned woman like Michelle Obama or maybe Whoopi Goldberg. See them hoes that.
Yeah, so you guys get the gist of it. He goes on and on about it, and he actually gets more vulgar. You think he's being vulgar and off color here? He goes more in depth, and I can link the interview in the box. But yeah, Kamala Chameleon is nothing but a fraud. Faking to be black, married to the white man, wasn't even raised in the United States, knows absolutely nothing about quote unquote black culture. But she's kind of confused about who she is, like a lot of mixed people are. A lot of mixed people I grew up with. A lot of them have some type of identity crisis going on. We can see that with the princess, whatever the hell her name is, lady who married to Prince Harry, and other notables. But yeah, Kamala's nothing but a skirt hiking fraud. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.